was your favorite moment this week?
Oh, I thought all of it was great. I love the competitiveness in those games there, and just the whole week. I thought it was great. The golf and horse stuff we got to do was fun too. So it was just a great week.
What was it like out there? Obviously not a full scrimmage, but seemed pretty competitive. Like, how would you describe this last on-ice session?
Yeah, I think like the boys worked hard out there. I mean, it's different from a 5-on-5, obviously, but 4-on-4 and 3-on-3 is still a big part of the game, and you got to be able to play every scenario. So I thought it was good.
Was there anyone that caught your eye out there that just, I know there's a lot of guys, but anyone that stick out playing against?
Yeah, I thought Hopkins looked great all week. I mean, he's a good pickup, I think. He's quick, shifty. He's tough to defend out there, so I like his game a lot.
How did you feel about your week?
Yeah, I thought it was well. Obviously, nerves a bit at first. Like, you want to perform well, obviously, but you just got to shake that off and not worry about making mistakes and just play your game out there, have fun.
What's the focus for you the rest of the summer as you head into next season?
Yeah, I want to put a bit more weight on. I lost a bit over the season last year, so just getting back up to where I was at and just get stronger, faster, work on my offensive abilities, and continue to defend well.
How would you define yourself as a defenseman?
I define myself as a big, physical D-man who skates well, can move the puck, and I think last year I improved my offensive game a lot, and that's something I'm still working on really hard, so I hope it just keeps getting better.
How did you improve in that regard, and what's the next step for you in that department?
Yeah, I just think a lot of skill skates, getting a lot of puck touches. And this year it's even better. I'm here all summer, so I'm working with Muzz and our great staff here. So I'm just soaking it all in, learning from the best.
What stood out most about working with Muzzin?
His knowledge for the game, I think. He thinks it's so smart, and to play that long and have that good of a career as he did, it's special, and not a lot of people can do it. So I'd say that, yeah.
Do you run into or see any current Leafs while you're here this week?
Yeah. Tavares was here, and who else was here? Riley. So seeing them walk around the rink's pretty cool. Just seeing their work ethic is pretty honorable.
How did you lose that tooth?
High stick, I think 2 years ago now, and I got a flipper, but I don't wear it too often.
You like the look, or?
Yeah, I don't mind the look. It makes me look tougher, so.
Cool. Can I ask what the origin of your tattoo?
Yeah, it's for my dog that passed away last year, so I got an angel for her. I got her paw and her name there just to honor her. I grew up with her my whole life, so.
What kind of breed was it?
It was a French bulldog. Yeah.
How old was?
She was 13 when she passed away, so she lived a long life. Yeah, great life for a Frenchie.
What was her name?
Daisy. Yeah.
French bulldog. Thank you, Blake.
Thank you.
What are you going to remember about this week?
I mean, it takes a lot to, get better, and it shows that the people here are going to improve each and every day. And it was honestly kind of cool. Every day we had a seminar or something like that, and we were able to, pick points from it and put it on the ice, off ice, whatever you needed to do. Everyone's there to help. So.
What's an example of something you learned this week?
I mean, there are a lot of things. I think the biggest thing is from Muzz. I think, boxing out early, and then when someone beats you to the net, because that'll happen in a hockey game, mistakes are going to be made, just take the stick, and that'll give you your best chance from a puck going in the back of the net.
What's it been like working with him specifically?
I think it's been awesome. I mean, he played a ton of years in the NHL, right? So able to pick his brain, Gio's brain, and, all those guys, it's been awesome.
What was your favorite moment, do you think, this week?
Off ice, I'd say the horse. That was pretty shocking. They kind of have that back where I'm from in Wisconsin. I haven't seen it that close up, and when they put the saddle on the colt and it started bucking, that got everybody going back a little bit, so that was pretty cool. And then on ice, I mean, I liked every day. I love to compete. The group, both groups, watching and playing with them, I thought it was great. So.
Who impressed you? Who stood out to you this week?
Honestly, I think everybody did. I don't know if there was one guy. Everybody was working their, butts off. So.
How did you feel about your week?
I felt good. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but obviously coming here and getting used to it and back in the rhythm of things, it's going to be good. So.
What did you take from the couple pro games you got with the Marlies last year? Like, what really stood out about that experience?
That everyone's bigger than in college for sure. Everything happens at a faster pace, and then it's, everybody competes shift in, shift out, whether against the first line or fourth line. Everybody's going to be the same size, strength. It's, using your mind and getting inside body position, whatnot. The game just happens at a faster pace.
Toronto, the city, how did it make an impression on you?
Definitely a big city, a lot of people here. Honestly, I love it. It's like one of the cleanest big cities ever. When you're just walking around, people are always happy, always want to talk to you. So it's honestly been, a treat to come here. So
Bit of a culture change, I guess, from a small town.
yeah, big culture change, and it's been awesome.
Have you run into any of the current Leafs while you've been in town?
Not face to face, just watching, Tanev and Tavares on the ice, seeing them work, and that's been really cool.
What's it like when you see that?
I mean, they're, how old, played how many years in the league, and they look like they're 24, 25. And that's really impressive, and their work ethic in the gym, on the ice, it's been awesome.
What's the focus for you the rest of the summer? What are you working on?
Build that strength, make sure I'm a man coming into the season and give my best shot to make the team and, make an impression.
How do you go about doing that, building the strength?
In the gym, I'll be here all summer, so that'll be really nice to work with, the trainers here and the coaches on the ice and, get a feel of what their system is and, have the strength, the skating, the passing, the mind, jump right into camp, so.
When you heard, did Giordano speak like to the entire group this
Yeah.
week? What did he talk about?
The big thing was compete, and I thought his story was, incredible considering he was undrafted like myself. So it was really cool to see like his journey, his ups and downs, and how he persevered. Ended up being the captain, jumped to different places, even in the expansion draft with Seattle, and then compete. He got to play with some pretty talented players like a Ginla. And just hearing how they worked and how he worked, and his career ended up what it was. So
Remember about this week?
I think just putting on the jersey and all the equipment for the first time. I think that was a pretty cool moment for me. I mentioned it before, just being a Leafs fan growing up. Yeah, putting that stuff on for the first time was a pretty cool experience and something that I'll never forget.
I know some guys are nervous. It didn't look like on the ice you were that nervous. Like, how did you feel this week?
Honestly, I felt pretty good. Like you said, none of those real nerves actually really came out. Once I hit the ice, everybody was really welcoming here. Kind of made me feel kind of at home pretty quick. All the staff and even most of the players. So it was easy to kind of get into all the the drills and things like that with people that are like-minded and trying to achieve the same goals. So felt good, and overall I think it was a pretty solid week.
What's an example of something you learned this week? I know you had seminars, you're on the ice. Like, what's an example of something you picked up this week?
Yeah, well, I think the big thing that, most of the people that came in, special guests like Mark Giordano, Wendell Clark, the biggest thing was, the compete level. I think that's something that you need no matter what level you're going to play at to be successful. You got to have an extremely high compete level. So I think that was one of the big messages that was kind of came across me and most of my peers here. So I think that's something that just keep in the back of your mind when you're playing in season and even in training camp coming up in August. Just being ready for that and bringing the highest compete level that I can.
Was there anyone that stuck out on the ice during this camp to you?
Obviously there's Danford's, he's a really solid defenseman. I play against him pretty frequently, him being in Oshawa, me in Kingston. So, he's a solid defenseman. I always have a tough time playing against him. He always seems to shut me down most of the time. So, I think he's one guy that, pretty hard to miss. Just, a really good player.
What's he do well?
Just kills plays. His gap is really good. Once you hit that blue line, he's coming at you and he's coming at you fast. So, and he has a really good stick as well, which makes it a lot harder for a player to try and get by and not turn that puck over at the blue line, which is a dangerous zone to turn pucks over. So I think that's one of the biggest things. Just so solid defensively.
What was your favorite moment this week?
I think you kind of mentioned earlier the jersey, putting that on for the first time is probably my favorite moment.